Frequently Asked Question Series. Welcome back to day 91 of building $1 million business in 1 year. We're just hitting on some frequently asked questions that I've been getting a lot. This is our third day of doing it, so hopefully it's helping. Hopefully you're following along. Today we're going to talk about how hard is it to make a podcast and how are we going to get people to listen to us in an already saturated market? Great question. We're still figuring it out, right? So we're doing a few things. We're doing our social media. The whole point of our social media is to hopefully drive people to our podcast and drive people to our website, to our consulting firm. So that's why we're putting so much time and effort into social media. That's why we're doing this day of challenge, building $1 million business with the podcast. How do we do it? Recording is the easiest part of it, I think. The hardest part is finding a guest every week, making sure that it's going to be a good conversation, making sure we're prepared for it. If you've been watching our podcast every single week, the lighting's different, the set's different, the camera angles are different. Like, we keep trying every week to make it better. Some days it feels like we're going in the right direction. Sometimes it's like, man, we made a mistake doing it that way, but now we get to correct it going into the next week. How are we going to get people to listen? It's just by having really good guests. So every guest that we get is not just about having an interesting guest. Like, yes, that's the point, but we also need guests that have a big media following, that have some sort of presence out in the world, that they can bring their fans or their following to us. And every time we do an interview and we put out that interview, even if it's only 100 people they know watching it, that's 100 new people coming in and checking out our content that we didn't know before, that didn't know we exist. And if we keep doing this week after week and we don't stop, then it's gonna work. And eventually we're going to start getting our following, and hopefully our guests are going to start getting bigger and more well known. Right now we're focusing on local guests, and it's working really well, and it's building our local platform and local celebrity that we're trying to achieve, right? And then we'll move on to hopefully national and really start to get some people outside of our network and outside of our area and just keep growing that. And that's how we're going to make it work. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. Is it going to work? Who knows? But I'm not one to give up very easy. So we're going to keep plugging away at it. We're going to keep trying to get better at it. And it's all facets of it, right? It's like I said, the lighting, the recording, the camera work, and the editing, and into the interview questions, how it flows, and all the things attached to that, who the guests are, and really knowing those guests before they come on, doing the research ahead of time. All these things come into play. And when we have just such a small team and we're trying to do one every week, it's a whole lot for everybody. So I think that we're getting significantly better week to week. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below to tell me. If you haven't checked out our podcast, go check them out. Anywhere you can find podcasts, you can download it there, or check out our YouTube channel and you can watch the full episodes there. Definitely worth your time. Like, follow, subscribe so you don't miss any of them. And as always, stay broke.